In a quiet corner of Tennessee, a young woman fell in love with a man she barely knew. She gave him her time, her money, even her future. And when she got pregnant, he vanished. What seemed like a heartbreaking betrayal was just the beginning of a much darker truth. This is the true story of Rachel Morgan and how her trust in the wrong man nearly cost her life. In 2017, 25-year-old Rachel Morgan lived in the rural outskirts of Blount County, Tennessee. A small-town girl with big dreams. She worked 2 jobs, waitressing by day and cleaning offices at night. She met Daniel Cross at a roadside gas station. Tall, charming, and new in town. He said he was just passing through, looking to start over. They started talking, and things moved fast. Daniel swept Rachel off her feet. He said all the right things. He didn't have family, but he had big plans. She believed him. Within 2 months, he was practically living in her trailer. She started paying for everything: food, gas, his phone bill. He claimed he was between jobs, but promised he'd take care of her soon. Then came the pregnancy. Rachel was 6 weeks pregnant when she broke the news. At first, he seemed thrilled, but 2 days later, Daniel was gone. No note, no text, no forwarding address. Just gone. And with him, her savings. Over $4,200 in cash she kept hidden in a lockbox. Heartbroken and broke, Rachel reported the theft. But local deputies told her without a signed lease or formal theft report, there wasn't much they could do. Still, something about Daniel didn't sit right. She dug through his things. He had left behind a backpack. Inside, she found a burned-out driver's license. The name wasn't Daniel Cross. It was Michael Dean Holloway. Turns out, Daniel had a long history of fraud, abandonment, and assault. He had warrants in 3 states, Missouri, Alabama, and Florida. His real record? 2012, accused of identity theft in St. Louis. 2014, arrested for impregnating and abandoning a 17-year-old girl in Alabama. 2016, domestic violence case in Ocala, Florida. He was a serial drifter, using fake names to manipulate women, steal, and disappear. Rachel wasn't the first, but she might have been the last. Rachel's pregnancy was complicated. Doctors diagnosed her with placenta previa, a condition that made the pregnancy high risk. She needed rest, support, and medical care. Instead, she was barely surviving, working odd jobs, going without food, and facing eviction. But then, something changed. An anonymous message landed in her inbox. A burner Facebook account. One sentence. He's in Kentucky, working under the name Sean M. at a mechanic shop in Lexington. Rachel took the message to authorities. This time, with a stolen identity and cross-state warrants, they listened. The U.S. Marshals worked with local law enforcement to track him down. 3 weeks later, they arrested Michael Dean Holloway at a repair shop in Lexington. He had fake documents, a new girlfriend, and a pregnant co-worker. Michael was extradited to Tennessee and charged with identity fraud, theft, child endangerment, and parole violation. In 2019, he was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison. At the sentencing, Rachel chose to speak. "You stole my money, my trust, and nearly my life. But you didn't break me. My daughter is alive. I am alive, and I will never be silent again." Rachel gave birth to a healthy baby girl in October 2018. She named her Hope. Today, Rachel volunteers with women's shelters, helping victims of relationship scams and domestic abuse. Her story is a reminder. Predators don't always wear masks. Sometimes they wear smiles. If you or someone you know is being manipulated or financially abused, don't wait. Speak up. There's help. There's justice. And there's always a way out. He ran from state to state, but the truth caught him at the border. #TrueCrime, #Rachel Morgan case, #Justice Served.